What he say? Pussy ball like eagle, she gon' work it slow.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I got a new Drew Tyrell. This is DJ Rello. This is Connected Sound Podcast. This is episode 16. We just started it off different.
We did.
We started off way different than any other
party,
one.
Not a regular podcast.
Yeah,
today.
not a regular podcast. not today. It's not. Today we got Day Service Entertainment. Go ahead and introduce yourself, fellas. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up with y'all? I'm Jalen. Instagram 2_JFits. Twitter the same.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy Quan. Follow me on Instagram, QChiz, QCHIZZ.
Yes, sir.
It's Stan. You can catch me on Instagram at The Life of Stavo. That's like The Life of Pablo, but no, it's your boy Stav. You feel me, Stavo? You catch me on Twitter at Say Stav.
Make sure you get with our boy too. We missing one more, Lance, aka Gleesh. Y'all call him Fat Gleesh. Get with him.
Yes,
His
sir.
name's Gleesh on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
And most important, Day Service ENT
Got
on all social media platforms.
all social media platforms. Be sure to follow that immediately. Before we start, you pouring this up. There's no way I'm taking that.
Listen, you got yourself into this, man.
No way I'm taking that. Yo,
I poured you a little shot too.
bro, I've been bullshitting for the last hour starting this podcast.
Trying to get his shit together.
Trying to get my shit together.
We still going.
Like, no bullshit. Trying to get my shit together. Chipotle, I'm pretty sure poisoned.
Yeah.
And then Drew, he's passing L after L. Them bitches is punching. Now you trying to feed me a shot of Migos. Oh my gosh. Only because it's y'all. Only because it's y'all. If I'm hurt, hey man.
Blame us.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
I'm coming. Next time I come to a party, I'm definitely not drinking. And this be the reason why.
Now you gonna want to drink.
Obviously, I can't promise you that.
Yeah,
You see the energy, you gonna want to.
You right. You definitely right about that. Before we even start, I want to know how y'all became close. Like before even day service began, how did y'all get together? You guys.
So we became close. I would say it started like me and Jalen became homies in like 7th grade. We grew up like playing sports together, like as competitors against each other, as teammates, and like ended up becoming like best friends, and still to this day like best friends. I met Quan when I was in the 10th grade. We became cool when I was on 11th grade, and like overnight it became like my right hand man, like really my dog. To this day, this is my right hand. And
you need one.
Facts.
Everybody needs one.
No bullshit. That's my right hand. No bullshit. Then Gleesh, that's the other guy. I met Gleesh again when I was in 7th grade. Same time I met Jalen. And same thing, playing against each other, playing sports together. Came up, and in high school became really close around like 11th grade. The same thing. Yeah. And ever since it's been locked in. Like this is my dog. Like right or wrong, that's my dog.
Yeah, I can respect it. How y'all meet? How'd y'all get together?
The same, really.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we all went to high school together, like Stan was saying. Then I really got close to Cheers through Stan, really. Like how their relationship grew, then me and Cheers' relationship grew. You know what I mean? And then it all start forming together. And we kind of been rocking out like for years now. Like it's been a minute now. I couldn't tell you how long.
Yeah, me and Stan was pretty much we were the class after them.
Okay.
So we was the class after them. So we was the younger brothers.
Okay, I got you. So y'all, you was hanging out with the older folks for the most part, like older than you.
Honestly, for sure, they were all older than us.
Yeah.
They were older than us.
Yeah.
They were older than us. It was a year after us. I mean, before us.
Okay. How did day service, like how did the party start as far as like day service? Like when did y'all come together and be like, we're doing parties? Even if it wasn't even day service yet and y'all was just doing parties. You know what I mean? Like when did that start?
To be honest, we've been like, before day service, this is all his plan.
Okay.
I'm going to say that straight up.
Yeah.
Like this is Stan's plan. But before then, we literally indirectly been having our own shit going on, and without even it being set in stone. Like shout out to Ty Burrs. We threw something for New Year's one year when we were like kids. I'm talking about high school. And we were lit. Like we were having like the hotel parties at the Residence Inn, like the 2-story hotels, bro. Like where we had underclassmen coming to this thing thinking like it was crazy.
Yeah.
We've been like doing it, like having fake jungle juices. I'm talking about when kids was having Pinnacle, like buying Pinnacle at the drink.
Oh my gosh.
Pinnacle and
Bacardi. To the Pinnacle.
Listen, I thought Bacardi was Grey Goose. You hear me? We was popping Pinnacle and Bacardi.
Remember they had all the Pinnacles with like, they had the Swedish fish. Man, it was getting tragic back then. Now you mixing all type of different liquors and
anything
flavors.
that was $5.99, $7.99 when you a kid,
grabbing it. Bacardi,
top shelf. E&J, all of that. Like when we were kids, what?
Yeah, there was no way.
There was no way.
Like you was always buying as a kid and a young boy. You was always buying the cheap, but something that had a little bit of flavor with it. Every time.
You knew you wasn't supposed to be drinking.
Because, and you already know when you a young boy, like you going places like with shorties in mind, and you like, yo, I like this. I think Shorty's probably gonna like this. Let me take this to the party type of deal that you already know. And Pinnacle had that shit on lock.
Bro, we really been doing it like on our own. Like we've been having like small things just to have, just for our own like crowd, or just for our own people. Yeah, we've been like having like little things, and it's been bigger than we expected. Okay, but this how we brought about day service. It literally happened. He can tell the majority of it, but I was in New York. Over a weekend, I think, and I went to go see him when we stayed in New York, and he can tell you more about it.
Yeah. So he just came up. And he just was like looking for like some time away from the city for real. So we just up there. We just doing what we doing, like going to hibachi, like just going out. Right. I'm showing him the town, showing what's what, like where to be, where not to be, and we just vibing out. And we just catching these different vibes, and we like, man, we just feel so much different to being home. Like, man, this just feels different. Like it just feels like something else. And pretty much we just like started to get to thinking about how it's nothing to really do for people, young people really back home as far as like vibes, parties, stuff like that. Yeah. And we just kind of get to brainstorm like, damn, like what can we do? Like I want to do something. I keep saying I want to do something. And they just kind of challenged me like, all right, well, let's do something. Like then do it. Like let's plan something out. So I really like kind of fell back, kind of got to thinking about like, yo, what's different? What's something we could do? And at the time, like the nightlife was like the thing to do. Like that's what everybody was on. But everywhere we was going, whether it be like Toronto or to Miami or whatever the case is, like we was just young and experiencing so much different stuff and seeing how other people partied out of town. We like, yo, the day party thing is the wave, like going down to DC and all that. Sure. We like, yo, the day party, like that's where it's at for real. Yep. And we like, yo, there's no competition in that. We won't be stepping on nobody's toes. We kind of like opening up our own lane. We're starting something. Like, this is the beginning of something. And we kind of did it. Like we sat down, we planned it out. We reached out to Crawdaddy, shout out to Crawdaddy's in Harrisburg. They gave us a opportunity to have an event up there on their rooftop. We threw an event. Had DJ Caution from Philly, DJ on the radio. Yep. He came down, blessed us. Sponsored by the Bill at the time. And it was a vibe. It had like 250 people in there. And like as 250 might not sound like that much in the grand scale when you get to like our last party that had 1,600 people. Yeah. But 200 people at the time. 250
is a great start.
It was the best. It was the best event we ever had.
It's a great start.
Listen, we had them doing the cha-cha slide, all kinds of stuff at the party. All types of stuff. It really felt like the family cookout.
Right. And you can't beat them vibes.
You can't. It was a vibe. You really can't.
And the crazy thing about it was like when we look back at that party, like just going back off of what Bro was saying, like all those little events we was doing, whether it be like house parties, New Year's Eve parties, like cookouts, whatever it was, like just little vibes. All those people that like was in those like early parties was at that first party. And it was like they came but then they brought a friend. Yeah. And it was like, damn, like that was the beginning and like no bullshit, like that party built our core fan base. So like shout out to everybody that came to that first party. But like I can like put a big percentage of a lot of those people that went to that first party came to every event we had after that. And like just having that core fan base is kind of like what got us to.
Yeah. So you guys were throwing like little parties even before day service. You were just throwing little parties, events, and gatherings and just shit like gatherings. That. Yeah. Because
even with this joint, it wasn't even about we wasn't even thinking about the business at all. To be honest with you, we were just trying to have fun. Yeah. For real. Because by the time I even got off the train in New York, he already sent places where we was gonna have a party at.
Yeah. That's how a lot of it start. Like when you just doing things for the love, and you just doing it for fun, and you're not looking for no bread, and then it's like you get blessed because you're not doing it for the bread, and you're doing it for the right reasons. So when it comes time to start getting the bread, you getting it, and it ain't no problem because you already been doing it for the love, and now it's time for you to get paid for doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it always seems to work because. That's the same, like, I've been doing parties and been doing shows for a while, and it's like all my life, and even just DJing, I would go to parties, I would have house parties, honestly. My mom was a type of lady where she would work and she would be gone a lot. And when she would go, I had a crib like out the way. And every time she would leave, party.
Turn it up.
Party. I wouldn't even invite nobody for real. I would tell my cousins, I'll be like, yo, y'all, you invite the people. I'm going to play the music, all that. Y'all invite the people.
Yeah.
Man, that thing would be turned up. Turned up.
Yeah.
I had to clean up before Mom Dukes came on. The only time it would ever get busted or anything, it would be because a motherfucker smoked.
Yeah.
Not even no weed.
Yeah.
Not even no weed. It because they smoked. Somebody lit up a cigarette or something.
Yeah.
Would ruin my shit. Mom Dukes come home like, I know you had people in here.
Dang, I smell it.
I smell it. You know what I mean? Every time. So that's how it started for me. I've been doing parties. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, when you start like at that like beginning stages and you doing it for the right reasons, it always comes out to be a good thing, and that's how it ended up for me. Yeah. Like I end up starting like that, but it ended up being crazy good for me because I started and I was just doing it just to I'm just going to play music. Yeah. I'm doing it because another motherfucker's music ain't gonna be as good, so I'm doing it. Yeah. I don't care if they paying me or not, and that's how it started. And now it's like, damn, I get to get paid for this shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? I get to get paid for this shit. It's like, it's insane. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to know, like, I like the fact that you said that you go other places and you get inspiration because I try to do that same thing with anything. I try to find inspiration wherever I go. Where do you think, like, you find your most inspiration for y'all?
I would say DC.
Question.
DC? DC is, I like DC.
I say everywhere. Anywhere that got, because honestly, we overall, we into this. Like, we really into it. So, how we're big on the DJs and everything, we really into the music. Yeah. So, it's like, wherever we go, it don't matter if it's DC, especially DC. We love DC. Well, I was just, every time I'm in Atlanta or something, and I hear a song that's cracking Atlanta, I'm like, bro, this song's about to be crazy in the club. Yep. Like we're constantly, even on the radio when we're hearing stuff on a late night that it might not get played at 3 p.m.
No, like, that's the best time.
That's the best time. So it's like, bro, we respect the music. So that's where the music come into play with the party. Yeah. So I feel
that's where it all starts. That's where you gotta have the music. You gotta have music.
But I feel like I don't know, but that Toronto, I think it turned us up.
Toronto
probably turned us up. We went to Carabana Fest. Yeah. And we was at LeBron's boat. It was promoted as LeBron's yacht party. Yeah. It wasn't no yacht party. It was a vibe though. Yeah. It was a day party. It was like
Toronto is different vibes. Yeah. Different vibes. Just I can't even get in the can. I'm working on getting back in. I'm about to be able to get back in. But listen, anytime I went to Canada, I was either going to Toronto or Montreal, and I would always have a blast.
Listen.
It's different vibes there. It's different vibes.
Listen, I turned straight bad man. Bad man.
The Caribbean like influence.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's
vicious, right?
Listen, before
you
then,
would never know. You would never know.
Before then, I didn't want it here. Don't even play Shotguns Out. None of that. Don't play none of that. Now I need that. That last hour, give me nothing but all them vibes. Like man, my kids be knowing it. Yeah, facts. I'm telling you, give me coffee.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I used to DJ, they called it Reggae Night at a bar here, up the road here. And that, man, I couldn't wait for them nights. Yeah. I couldn't wait for it. Because they would like, you know what I mean? This kind of like you said, they would like, you know what I mean, hip-hop, R&B throughout the night. But, man, once that night started to really, it got to be 12:15, 12:30. Man, it's an hour and 15 left. They want to, they want to hear that.
Everybody slow grinding.
They want to get it.
Everybody whining.
Everybody got that lit up in them. The ladies. I want to say this. Speaking of winding and all that, man, one thing that really stuck out about day service to me, y'all always have the ladies at the events.
That's true. We pushed that from no lie. We pushed that since day one. Good times,
always.
Ladies, and tipping.
And it's no wonder that you're successful with the parties because you get the ladies in. Yeah. Anytime you get the ladies, it's going to be successful.
Literally.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be successful. You get the ladies in there, it don't matter. What y'all could be in there line dancing. Yeah. And the dudes is going to come.
Yeah, literally.
Figure it out. They're going to start kicking.
Majority of our parties, it's not even half.
You
it's
find
not
a way
even
to get them girls in.
20%. It be 80% women.
No, I ain't,
80%.
It's no cap.
80%.
Bro, I respect that. I respect that because, I mean, y'all obviously, like you said, y'all been other places. You've experienced different vibes. You experienced different cities, the way people do things differently. And you know, when you go there, you hearing the music.
Yeah, for sure.
And the vibes of the women.
That's right.
Sure. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's what you going to notice. You're going to notice that. And it's like, that's what I noticed. And I'm like, no wonder these dudes are successful. Yeah. No wonder they doing their thing. I'm like, I look into it, I'm like, they doing it right. And everything looked good. And everything looked presentable. Sure. A lot of people, they think that type of thing is just some bullshit. It ain't. You gotta have your shit together.
Yeah,
Five's not going for it.
That's what so you're the guy.
He's not going for
it. You're the guy.
I would say like when it comes to like how we promote, how we market, like visibility, how we look to the consumer. You know what I mean? How we look to the people is important.
It is.
Like being where we from too. It's an easy way to kind of separate ourselves from everyone else because maybe like you were saying they don't see it as important. For me though. I know, like, they attest to it. For me, I see that as important as the party. You know what I mean? Like,
is.
How it's marketed, how it's promoted, like, how you're viewed, I think, is a big part of it. Like, you got a sexy, well-presented flyer, then, like, easy to understand, easy to read, then they feel like the experience is going to be like
people
that. You know what I mean?
don't read anymore either.
That's true, too.
People think, I'm about to put every bit of info on the flyer. Yeah. It don't work like that. They not finna read none of that.
That's where we struggled in the beginning, though. Yeah. Because I was on more like, let's keep it simple.
Yeah.
Now, because, I got them, that they keep me grounded and we kind of feed off each other, you know what I mean? Because they like, well, in the beginning, the message we trying to put across, we need that information.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
We need more because also, like doing parties starting in Harrisburg, we was doing a lot of things that just was never kind of being done.
Yeah.
That we thought was regular. Like Stan was saying, we done been to Toronto, Atlanta, you know what I mean? DC, everywhere. But in Harrisburg, that wasn't maybe a thing. Day party itself, before us, I want to say, really wasn't a thing.
It wasn't a thing
itself.
Even something small as the online ticket sales wasn't a thing.
Yeah, true.
It wasn't a thing.
Yeah, so
I ain't never heard of that.
Live podcast from your party wasn't a thing.
Yeah. Right. So like, like you were saying, like, I guess like from the beginning, like, attention to detail and all that to me, it, like, was always as important because, like they were saying at the beginning, like Stan's first vision, like Chiz, I'm gonna piggyback off what Chiz was saying. This was Stan's like origin idea that he just brought us on. You know what I mean? And we kind of created everything together. Yeah. But my whole thing was like the idea is good. Like let's make sure like we do it the right way, like presented wise. You know what I mean?
Have to,
so
for sure.
For me, I always thought that was super important from the beginning.
Yeah, I definitely noticed. That for sure. But you already know it gets people to buy in easier when it's presented right, and they think, oh, this is legit. Yeah. They gonna want to buy. They gonna want to buy into it easier, and they gonna want to spend their money easier if it's well put together. So just taking that extra thought and, you know what I mean, that extra just maybe even money, getting somebody to do a flyer, it's really chump change in the grand scheme of things because that flyer is going to bring you a lot of money, you know what I mean, when everything's done right. For sure. I think you guys have done a really great job of that. I want to talk about what do you think your best, I know you said the first one was you thought was one of your best parties. Like as far as like once you started really doing like bigger scale parties, which one you think was like your favorite and which one sticks out to you that you guys have done since the first one?
Yeah, I can't speak to it because for the past year I've been going, so I wasn't at the physical parties and I was still on the team. You know what I mean? Like flyer creation, those type of things, reaching out to DJs, still doing it.
Yep.
But I mean, even outside looking in, I mean, like the last one with the kid was big. I think for the city, like for the city in general, for us,
huge.
Like because we brought somebody into the city, like we did it in a way that really people wasn't doing. So for me, I mean, and you know, I'm just online looking at this shit because I wasn't physically there. For me, that one was like, that's what pushed the envelope. You know what I mean? I got people calling me from out of town, like talking about day service. You know what I mean? So for me, I think, you know, outside looking in, but they could speak to, you know, what had that feeling.
He tried to downplay it a little bit. He was in Germany. He been in Germany for like a year.
He wasn't in jail.
He been in Germany. He's been working.
I was working.
He's been working in Germany for the past year.
I'm like,
he's been working in Germany.
I'm like, damn, I hope he wasn't.
He don't try to flex too hard. I'm a flex for my homie. This is. I'm a flex for him. He's been in Germany for the past year.
Hold it down.
Okay.
From Germany with love, he was there.
Just Germany. Just Germany. You know what I mean?
But I feel like the Lakia one for one, it was honestly our most. I could say it was smooth. Because it felt just, it wasn't forced. We weren't moving and move around too much. It just was too. It was more set when we actually had a host. Like first off, the month beforehand, we did the same amount, just about the same amount of people. Less people. Well, I'm just saying that's still that 12 to 1,400 people.
Yeah. But I think
we went up on
it. To go off that though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep saying.
So we still had over 1,000, like 1,200 people at our first one. That first one in July. I mean that second one in July. But then to come back and do 1,600, it's crazy. It's crazier, but then it's for it to go even way smooth, way better than that last one. And we actually got a host.
That lets you know you're doing it right.
Yeah, that let us know
you're
doing
just
it
like
right.
a luck of the draw and shit.
Like, no, we
really
got it popping.
We got a process.
Yeah, we got a literally a real process.
Yeah, for sure.
So you know what I'm saying? I feel like that was the one. It just felt too real. It really felt too real.
Yeah. I mean, now you guys are tapping in to Philly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got the Memorial Day party coming up. What's up with that? How you guys thinking about? How you thinking that one's going to turn out in Philly?
I feel like this is going to be our biggest party. I'm saying it here now. It's going to be our biggest party. This is going to be the best one. You heard it here first. This might be our best party. Usually in Harrisburg, you got to think we didn't deal with too many sections and stuff like that. So we usually deal with between 8 to 11 sections. And anyone to tell you they're going within an hour. This one is 25 of them. They had the same energy in a whole other city. Memorial Day weekend. I'm talking about Memorial Day weekend in another in a huge market. Honestly, the energy is the same. It might be a little worse. Yeah. Like they're going. The sections was going quick.
Yeah. Like if the sections is going, that means people coming.
The sections is going, the tickets are selling. When your early bird tickets, you got early bird tickets out there, and people ain't buying the early bird. They really buying general admission tickets. Oh, it's up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's up. This one is up. Now this one, it's up. Like I think this one might. I'm not gonna say might. This is going to be our biggest party ever. But if you did not buy your tickets now, if this coming out when I don't know when it's coming out, when this drops, you better have bought your ticket. Don't miss out on this.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely need a ticket right now.
From that though, I want to had Jay talk about how we moved into this big market, but him again having an emphasis on how we did it and how it looked, and making sure we did it right and going to a different place, and the emphasis he put on that though.
Yeah, I mean, going to Philly, we super familiar with Philly. I'm personally super familiar with Philly. I went to college in Philly. Right. Before I was working in Germany, I was working in Philly, doing marketing in Philly. So. And what I was doing was connecting with a lot of influencers and DJs and those type of things. So I seen how it was going. Now, before day service, I personally, they'll tell you, wasn't too into the party realm like that. You know what I mean? I was doing it because I was shaking hands with people, doing events, those type of things. But I got to see, how it was firsthand. So I think my biggest thing was going to a new market was just putting a plan together, because it's not just taking care of home, making sure these people can come from the city. Now we taking care of home, but now we also expand to the rest, to everywhere else. So now we need to take care of Philly, just like we took care of home. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So making sure the promotion was right. I mean, even the details of the flyer, it's. I mean, if you peep, it's a Meek Mill album cover that we redesigned.
And I mean, you already know people from Philly. That's catching their attention off rip.
For sure. So, I mean, I feel like the buzz is good even in Philly. Like, I mean, the city's just going crazy right now. So even in Philly though, it's some buzz around it.
For sure.
But yeah, like Stan was saying, I think like just the same attention to detail, maybe even a step further, because now we in a new market, we in a new space, day service is new, and then we know how Philly works as far as nightlife and party scene. It's really what's your name like, who's promoting it, and with us, what I wanted to speak to was with us, like we're not really promoters like in these bigger markets. It's, let's say, a promoter. He run the nightlife. You come because he's promoting it.
Right.
But you coming for day service though. Like you coming for a whole experience. That's a little different. So that's even new really to Philly, to be honest with you.
It is.
Because they go off of either a promoter or a venue. Nah, we gonna get them off the name. You know what I mean? Off the experience. Because I mean, this section or this party, 25 sections sold with no host.
Yeah, that's just giving them us.
You know, like we don't have no host yet. Maybe you know what I mean. You never know, but we don't have no host for this joint. Yeah. We ain't promoting no host yet, and we sold 25. So I think pushing the day service experience is what's key for Philly and moving forward.
They know what they getting. They know what type of party getting. It don't matter who the host, who the DJ is. They know.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they trust y'all.
Yeah,
they trust. I don't care who's gonna be there. I know they gonna put somebody popping, and that we want to hear somebody we want to see there, and y'all have done a good job of that. And I know Philly is going to do it. I know Philly's going to be lit. I'm gonna be away during the show, unfortunately, during that weekend. It's the 28th, May 28th.
At Club Spade.
Club Spade in Philadelphia. Like I said, I'm unfortunately going to be away, but my sister lives in Philly. I'll make sure she gets a ticket.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm going to make sure. Hey, man.
DM us. Or you give us her name.
I will. I appreciate that for sure, for taking care of sis for me, man. She travel light. She don't come with a ton of folks or nothing like that. So I appreciate that, and since I won't be able to be there, but definitely the next one you have to let me know as soon as you book something, so that I can put it in my schedule so I can be there. I want to be there in support of you guys because I believe in your vision. I'm a fan of you guys' work.
You gonna spin one though?
Hey, whenever. I want to be there regardless, whether I'm spinning or whether I'm there in the section, because I know either way it's gonna be good for me. You feel me? So I definitely want to make sure I'm at the next one. I want to say I thank you guys for coming through and telling you guys a story. It need to be heard. If you hear Day Service Entertainment, get the ticket, period.
Listen, and make sure y'all come into our Most Self baseball experience as well. We got our own team this year, and we going all the way.
I love that.
We going to the ship.
I love that.
Little League, Pony League, youth baseball league, man.
Baseball league, support them. Please plug them right now.
Right now, get with our team. If you in Harrisburg, any surrounding city, Central PA, slide on us. Yeah. If you got a team right now from 7 to 8 year olds on the Pony Baseball League, get with us.